So, if you can't tell by my previous videos, I'm a little lost right now, but that's okay. And it's easy to get consumed by this feeling once you're in that state of being lost. But I've also said it previously, the only reason why you feel lost is because you're in an area that you're unfamiliar with. It all reverts back to that idea of the unknown. Now bear with me here because I'm doing this video a little differently. I want to approach this video more or less without a script, and I want to be able to just speak whatever's on my mind about this topic. Now in life, we're always going to have something that comes up or an obstacle, and I've mentioned that before. And it really matters on how we decide to face said obstacle. A lot's going on right now, and I'm not going to get into too much detail about it, but I think one of the biggest things that has helped me throughout this entire process is understanding that it's okay to be lost. We're not always going to be in a place where we understand what we see or what we're in. We're not always going to be 100%, as I've mentioned. We're not always going to be okay, but that's fine. Being lost is normal, as it's a chance to learn and understand and grow. Throughout this duration of being lost, I've kind of learned to understand one thing that I didn't understand before, and that was feeling my emotions out. Before, I would kind of bottle up my emotions and let them build, but for the first time ever, I've actually let myself feel everything and try to understand what's going on in the moment, because if you're just going into it blind, it's not as easy, obviously. And if you learn to take it step by step and just think about each move that you're going to make during this time frame, it's really important, and it helps a lot. Now, it's easy to feel frustrated and annoyed or whatever you're feeling at the very moment in time, especially if you were in a place of almost comfort, or you were okay with where you were at. Things were finally looking up, something like that. And I think one of the biggest things that you have to understand about being lost after moments of being in a good place, it's like redirection. It's like a sign to switch things up a little bit, and I think it's very important to understand that. And we don't want to go through the hard times of this, that, and the third, but like I mentioned in my last video, sometimes we have to go through that to understand that we need to grow and change. I think one of the biggest things about all of this that's going on, it's like I'm being redirected and replaced into a new life, and I have to disassociate from my old one. And although it's one of the hardest feelings, we can't have both. We can't live our old life and try to make a new one, or envision the one that we want. Once it gets there, you gotta put your foot through the door. You can't just live in between. We can't be stuck to our old selves if we're trying to become a new version. It's either you stay stuck in your ways or you decide to actually change. And although at this very moment I didn't think I needed change and I had a plan set up, life came at me, and that's normal. That's extremely normal. That happens to everybody, and it just matters on how we decide to go about it. Just because there's a redirection doesn't mean that the plan's over. We can still make it happen. It's just a matter of properly placing our feet and moving forward. And right now, I don't know where life is taking me, but that goes for everybody. No one knows where life is taking us. We don't know the direction that we're actually going. We have an idea, but there's not a perfect GPS system that directs you to where you want to be. There's always going to be a bump in the road, or sometimes there's going to be a turn that we should have took, but we missed. And that's all right. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey it took to get there. And we just have to find ways to be positive throughout it all. Life doesn't wait for you, and things will always come up even if you're not ready. But we all could take on those duties and those tasks because we're kind of meant to. There's a reason why these things happen, and that's alright. I don't know where life is heading right now, but I know I'm going to find my way out of that tunnel, and so will you. And I just want to take a moment to thank everybody that's tuned into this channel or watched. I do appreciate every single one of you, as it really does mean a lot to me. I want to thank you for sitting down and basically listening to my journal entries about my life, and I'm always going to be grateful for that. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day, and I hope I really got to help someone.